What a shit show these last few weeks have been for cryptocurrency, with the collapse of FTX and billions of dollars being lost or stolen, and the whole crypto space actually collapsing with it. Now, I want to give you guys my perspective on this, and I'm just going to chime in on a couple of key points on what we learned from this whole fiasco. What happened to FTX is actually what is the current financial system. This is called fractional reserves. And the problem with fractional reserves in the banking system that you and I use from BDO, BPI, and all the other banks is that they're only required to hold about 10 to 15% of everyone's money in their bank account. All right? So that means that 80 to 90% they don't have to hold in their accounts. They can do whatever they want with your money and my money. They can invest it, they can lend it, they can make money from it, and we don't know what they're doing with it, or even if they're doing things that are safe or unsafe or risky, we don't know. And that means that we are all vulnerable with the current legacy system. It's just that FTX is in crypto and it was a spectacular crash. That's why it's all over the news. But in reality, this is what can and will and has happened with the entire legacy banking system that we know today. So if you think your money in the bank is safe, it's not. How many times have we seen banks go under because people are trying to withdraw their money all at the same time? This has happened several times in the Philippines and in other countries all over the world. And it could definitely happen again. So what FTX showed is that they are just basically as vulnerable as the current banking system. All right. Next, I want to talk about why centralized exchanges do not need and should not touch customers' assets in their exchanges. Okay, exchanges make money from trading fees. And let's say that the trading fee that they get is 0.1% of every trade. So I'll give you guys an example. I actually checked out the trading volume of the biggest exchanges all over the world. I couldn't find FTX anymore because they stopped trading now. But for example, Binance. Binance does $14 billion of trade a day. That means that they're earning $14 million a day. Other exchanges that do about $4 billion of trade a day, up to $1 billion of trade, are doing about $1 million up to $5 million a day that they're earning from the trades. That's not chump change. That's a lot of money. That's enough to be able to run an exchange. So why the need to use customers' assets to make more money? It's this: greed. And that was the biggest problem here, greed. And the idea that these owners of these exchanges feel like they can touch customers' assets. This is what caused the collapse of FTX. And honestly, other exchanges, I'm pretty sure, are also doing this. And because of this, they're putting our money at stake. We don't even know it. If they're going to do that, they have to inform us by creating a product, for example, that says if you want to loan your crypto, then you're going to get X number of percent and we're going to be able to do whatever we want with it, and there's a risk to it. That's fine. But when they're doing that without informing us, that's when it becomes unethical. And that's where the abuse happens and the greed sets in. And that brings me to my next point, that people ultimately cannot be trusted. People are prone to errors and people are tempted by greed. And they have a tendency to abuse the systems and the power given to them. And ultimately, this is the very reason why cryptocurrency, Web3, DeFi, and the blockchain is needed by the world that we have today. We need to get rid of the old legacy financial system. That's already analog. We need to go digital, and this is the evolution to be able to protect you and me from bad actors, from abuse, from greed, and all the other errors that humans can tend to make. And at the end of the day, this is what cryptocurrency is all about. And what crypto enthusiasts say all over the world is, I don't trust people, I trust code. So I hope you guys learned something from that video, and I'd love to hear your comments and some of the thoughts you guys have with the entire FTX collapse. And feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also click on the notification bell if you like my content, and I'll see you guys on my next video. This is Christian, your Bitcoin buddy, signing off and heading to the Web3 conference right now.